What's up, everyone? Ben with the BTC Sessions here, and this is your daily session.
Hodl that Bitcoin.
Before we dive in, just a couple quick things for you. Number one, do check out my website, btcsessions.ca. This is where you can reach out to me personally and book your own BTC session. We can chat Bitcoin, wallets, proper security, whatever you need. All you need to do here is scroll down to the bottom and there's a contact form for you there. Secondly, big shout out to the sponsors of the show, Ledn.io. This is where you can use your Bitcoin as collateral to secure a Canadian dollar or US dollar loan in certain international markets. Just head to the site to find out if your country has it available. The site itself, super easy. There is a slider here so you can see how much Bitcoin is required for a specific dollar amount. And the application only takes a couple minutes to fill out. If you are successful, then your bank account is usually funded within 24 hours, no credit check required. So yeah, do check them out if you're looking to get your hands on dollars and you don't want to sell your Bitcoin to do so. Also, they got a deal on right now where if you apply for a loan and you're successful, well, you use the link that I provided below, they'll give you an extra $50 worth of Bitcoin in your account. And with that, let's dive into the news. And of course, holy crap, the price. I like insanity happening right now. Like I can't even use any articles because things are moving too fast. So what is going on? Well, a lot. So we smashed that $7,500 price that we hit. God, how long ago? Not that long ago. Like the price has just been going crazy. We only broke 6K like a few days ago. It's crazy. So anyways, what is the Bitcoin price right now at the time of recording this, which will probably be totally different by the time it gets posted? We're sitting around 7,800, getting close to 7,900. Bitcoin's up about 16% within 24 hours, and other coins are following suit, though most not as much as Bitcoin, which is crazy again because it has the largest market cap, but it's moving up the fastest, and most alts are having trouble keeping up with those kinds of gains. So if you look at the 24 hours versus Bitcoin, most of these, while up in dollars, are down in terms of Bitcoin. In fact, I don't see any green when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is slaughtering altcoins just by going up faster. I guess if you have money in anything, you're up in dollars, but holy God. The crazy thing too is me in Canada, we look at the Canadian dollar price and like, Jesus, we're like 10,700 in that realm for buying. Holy God. So why? What is happening here? Why is it so crazy? Well, there's a lot of stuff happening, and for anybody to really point to any one thing and say that's the reason Bitcoin is going up, it's bullshit. I mean, you can't really say anything for sure, but there are a lot of things, a lot of positive news being brought to the surface. So let's take a look at some of the things that are happening, and then I'll give my hot take at the end. So one of them is apparently Starbucks, Nordstrom, Whole Foods, and a whole bunch of others now accept Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies as payment. So this is facilitated by Gemini, which is the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange owned by the Winklevoss twins. And let me just show you. Okay, here are the actual list. Sorry, there we go. Here's the actual list of some more of the merchants that are accepting this. So this is something called Flexa, which is, I believe, only on iOS. It's an application that allows you to pay with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, it is custodial, so that means that you're sending your crypto to this app, which is the custodian itself is Gemini. They hold the cryptocurrency, And then via this app, this scannable app at the till, you can then pay with the cryptocurrency of your choice. Well, some of these include Barnes & Noble, Baskin Robbins, Bed Bath & Beyond, Caribou Coffee, Crate & Barrel, Express, GameStop, Jamba Juice, Lowe's, Nordstrom, Office Depot, Office Max, Petco, Regal Cinemas, Ultra Beauty, and Amazon-owned Whole Foods Market. So this is all facilitated through this app, but again, it is custodial. So it's the equivalent of having your money in a bank and then paying with the bank card as opposed to paying with cash that is yours. So interesting, cool. It definitely contributes to a legitimization of Bitcoin because, well, look, you're spending it everywhere. And of course, Starbucks is the other one mentioned here. Even though they're not officially on board, there's a picture of Tyler Winklevoss paying with Bitcoin at Starbucks via this app. So the cat's out of the bag. It's just that they haven't officially launched it yet. But the interesting thing about this is, well, a lot of people say, wow, this is what rockets the price up. But it does because of the perception. But in the long term, it actually does have a bit of a downward pressure on the price when you get merchant adoption, because merchant adoption in this case isn't actually merchant adoption. And what I mean is Starbucks and Nordstrom and Whole Foods, they're not keeping that Bitcoin. What they're doing is they allow you to pay through that payment method, but then they're swapping it for US dollars. They're getting dollars. So that pressure is them. People are paying with crypto and they are dumping it for dollars. So that dumping does have a downward pressure on the price. Now, will that downward pressure be enough to move markets downwards in the long term? And will that kind of balance out with the people that are buying cryptocurrency because of the positive news? We don't know, but I guess we'll see over time. And hey, when merchants are accepting it, maybe as Bitcoin becomes more stable in the very long term, then they'll opt out of doing something like this where they're dumping for dollars, and maybe they'll be holding a portion or all of it eventually. That's what I think will happen, but I think in the mid to short term, it will have a bit of downward pressure. Anyways, what else is going on that's pushing the price up? Well, Bakkt announces physical delivery Bitcoin futures contracts. So we've spoken about this before, but Bitcoin futures are a way to be able to speculate on the future price of Bitcoin. Now, some of these have been traditionally settled with cash, meaning that no Bitcoin is actually transacted. People are just betting on what the price is going to be and settling that way with dollars. Well, in this instance, these futures contracts are going to be settled with real Bitcoin. So at the end of the day, if somebody makes a bad bet, well, they have to give that Bitcoin to the person that took the opposite side of that bet. And it looks like this is going to be launched. They will provide fully regulated futures trading in over 30 countries, and it's scheduled to commence trading in July. So in a couple of months here. So that's coming up pretty quick. What else is happening? Well, it looks like eBay may be accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency pretty soon. So there's these advertisements that are being seen around New York right now, and you see eBay next to signs that say virtual currency. It's happening on eBay. eBay reached 179 million active buyers in the world's largest marketplace, and again, like the call to digital currencies. So what is happening there? It remains to be seen, but a lot of people are getting excited about this. Again, it will contribute to that downward pressure, whether or not it contributes to a downward price. Does the FOMO outweigh the dumping? I guess we'll see. And are people actually going to spend? Some will, yes, but some will not. Some will opt to dump their dollars and hold their crypto because they've recognized what is the sounder money. So I guess we'll see. Also, oh my God, there's a lot of crap happening actually. So Microsoft is launching a decentralized identity tool built on the Bitcoin blockchain. So we've seen other identity tools created, things like Civic, things that have been based on other blockchains. This is the first time that something like this is being built on Bitcoin itself, utilizing the Bitcoin blockchain, and it's called Ion. Yeah, so you could. Essentially, it's a way to verify your identification without needing a physical card or something. So you could log into Airbnb using Facebook. This protocol deals with software that sends personal information to your social profile to that external service provider. In this case, Ion handles the decentralized identifiers, which control the ability to prove you own the keys to this data. So having personal data on a blockchain linked to yourself and your private key allows you to send and verify who you are or certain identification metrics about yourself. So interesting to see, particularly that this is built on Bitcoin. And I have to believe that this is because it is the most difficult to change blockchain. If you're going to have very important information that you do not want to be tampered with, then you've got to put it on the most decentralized, most difficult to change blockchain. And, whether or not you like the idea of identities on blockchains, if you want it to be immutable, you've got to have it somehow using Bitcoin as its bedrock. So interesting, really, really interesting. What else is happening? Well, it's consensus. It is New York Blockchain Week. So you can see here, crypto world descends on New York as Bitcoin makes a comeback. So there's lots of stuff going on there. If you look on Google and search New York Blockchain Week, these are all the crazy events that are happening through 13th, 14th, and 15th, 16th, all the way through the week. Yeah, tons of stuff going on. So this could be contributing to the crazy FOMO that is taking place. Again, like Bitcoin price is popping all over the place. It's still like 78 something, and in Canada it's still like the high, mid $10,000 range, 10.5, 10.6. One other thing, and this is not related to Bitcoin price going crazy, but I guess could contribute to positive sentiment, is it looks like Binance is going to reopen withdrawals and deposits tomorrow on Tuesday. They're not sure whether that's going to be what time or exactly when, but within the next day or so, people that have funds there can look to withdraw. Again, it seems that they think that everything's okay as far as no other wallets being compromised. So yeah, you'll have the chance to withdraw or fund if you choose to put more money onto Binance after that. So yeah. And with that, to finish things out, I announced this on Thursday when I did my show, that Bull Bitcoin has launched its merch store, which is called Bitcoin Outlet. So bitcoinoutlet.com. So that's where you can get those the Bull Bitcoin hats, and we've got some hoodies and shirts and stuff, and there's some original Bitcoin art there. There will be more pieces in the future, but we're kind of starting with a few specific pieces, and all of the pieces there are limited edition. I'm talking about the shirts and everything. Those designs are limited edition. There's only a set amount, and once those are gone, those are sold out forever, and that specific design in that way will never be seen on the store again. So the idea is to keep with the ethos of Bitcoin. Everything is limited and rare. So yeah, and we're looking to also kind of create, I guess, Bitcoin apparel that isn't just slapping a logo on a shirt. and just slapping that everywhere, you can see that the designs have very specific things and are very there's meaning behind them. So if you're curious about what the meaning behind each thing is, you can click on the pieces and actually discover some of the motivations behind each design. Anyways, yeah, feel free to check that out, bitcoinoutlet.com. And with that, I'm going to finish up here. Guys, I hope you're having a great day. If you're holding Bitcoin, you probably are, so good for you. If you've weathered this bear market and you've gotten to this point, then fuck yeah, good for you. I hope you're all have some smiles on your faces. I've got to say, this has thrown me for a loop. Perhaps, so I made a video about the price last March, and I thought that this year was going to be a relatively boring year, and I thought we would have to wait at least until later to the end of this year to see anything like this. I'll say it now, I was wrong. And even if this drops off from here and we go into kind of a boring year, this kind of pump, this craziness that we've seen the last week, 2 weeks, month, this came way sooner than I expected. And I don't know what that means for the rest of the year, what it means for next year and the year following, because I still think that the halving next year will have a major impact on the price in the year following that, just because of the pinch, because of the less coins on the market every 10 minutes after that. So I don't know what to expect. I'm a little bit at a loss, and I'm going to have to do some thinking. But I'm happy to be wrong in this way. I'm happy to have guessed low and been pleasantly surprised. In a way, I kind of under-promised and over-delivered. That's what I'm going to go with. That's going to be my approach. I under-promised and over-delivered. Aren't you happy? Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, you can do a bunch of things to help out. Check out my website. Remember to check out the sponsor, Ledn.io. Link for that down below. Smash subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification icon, because I'm always in the chat when this airs for the first time, chatting everybody up. And if you really like what you saw, you can drop me a Bitcoin tip via the Lightning Network at my tippin.me page. Don't know how to do that? Well, I made a video. I'll be sure to link that as well. With that, I'm out. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow for your daily session.